Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Subway Surfers, my one-man podcast. It has been a while. By a while, I mean 5 days, but I'm trying to upload consistently. But I don't just want to give you Subway Surfers every day, but I've not got new ideas. I do have ideas, but I just need more time. I need time to get an SD card for my new camera and the setup that I just got, and I need 2K26 to be released, and I need money to make these things possible, but it's fine. We're here again with another episode of Subway Surfers, and not a long one, but it is what it is. I thought today's topic, I try and keep it relevant to stuff I've been doing in my life, but last thing I talked about, I'm pretty sure I was driving, and I don't even talk about that again, and unless we're talking about personal lives, like socially and work life, which I'm not going to share because that might involve people, and I don't want people to know that much about me, so I'm just going to talk about something that, God, I'm making this sound so much bigger than it is. But what I've been doing this last week, to be honest, I've been addicted to my favorite game of all time. Right, I've been grinding it, right, because it's a proper escape from reality. Like, college is hard, work is hard, social life's hard, everything's hard, right, for everyone, right. Life is hard, but particularly at the moment for me anyway, shit's hard. And honestly, since I got that game in 2020. It's been my favourite game ever. It's the game I always wanted as a kid. I'd say Annoying Orange play it, and with these mods, obviously it's not like that, but it is what it is. I'd say everyone play that game growing up, Sidemen, like, you name it. And it's always been the dream game for me. And then I finally got it 2020 when I was 13, and I grinded it. And ironically, that's when the first lockdown happened. And I was stuck inside for weeks in the summer. Me and my best mate just grinded that game. It was gorgeous. And not just like the online, like the online's cool, but like I love the story mode. Like I loved watching people do the playthroughs of the story on YouTube. Like I watched Beastie play it, I watched Chris Danger play it, or Chris Denkops, whatever you want to call him. I watched so many people play GTA 5 story because I was obsessed with it. And when I play it, I've been obsessed with it. And on my PS4, I probably played it about 30 times. On my Xbox One, I probably played it about 50 times. And now I've played it on my Xbox Series S. And I'm just addicted, right? I love every different outcome. I love all the shit you can do after a story. I love the different ways you can manipulate the story. And I used to play it like on repeat. Like I'd finish it and start again on repeat because I just loved it. It was my comfort, right? A lot of people say they go on games to get away from reality. I've never really resonated with that apart from this, because I'm awful at games. Even at GTA, I'm not as good at. Like, if my mate hops on after not playing on 2 years and we have a one-on-one, he'll destroy me. But like, I just love playing story, right? It's always been my comfort. But since I've got a relationship and grew up a bit, left high school, I've not played it as much. I took time away from it. I took time away from games in general. Like, they just weren't cutting it for me. There was nothing exciting. And I never felt the need to until recently. Like, I got my Series S and I've had a bit more time on my hands. And then I started playing it and, like, listening to albums, going through artist discography. Like, it's the ultimate comfort. Like, slapping on an album and while that album's playing, having that hour and a half to play GTA 5 story. And I've decided I'm going to do 3 playthroughs, because obviously there's 3 options. There's Kill Trevor, there's Kill Michael, and there's Deathwish. I've always picked Deathwish. Even if I thought, at this time I'm going to try Kill Trevor or Kill Michael, I always end up doing Deathwish because I can't bring myself to do it, right? Not that I'm that emotionally attached. I don't like the fact that you will be limited after the story's finished if you kill Michael or Trevor. If I'm going to kill Michael or Trevor, then I need to know that I'm going to play it again so I can eventually play Deathwish and end with all 3 of them. So that's what I've decided to do. Obviously, I know the endings, but I don't think I've physically played them myself because I don't think I've ever brought myself around to doing it. But it's a fun idea because it guarantees me 3 different playthroughs, and that means I can play the playthroughs in different ways. So, for example, option A, where you kill Trevor, this whole story mode, I've been making Trevor a bad guy. Anytime you have an option to do something, I'm going to pick the bad option as Trevor. And with Michael, I'm going to pick the good option, right? And I'm going to give Michael and Franklin, like, neat haircuts and do healthy, good things. And Trevor, I'm just going to make him wacky as how he's going to wear the worst outfits. He's going to have the worst hair, the worst tattoos. I made him get rid of his R.I.P. Michael tattoo when he discovered Michael was alive. And he's just going to do the most outrageous stuff. Although, just the bad option of everything. So it means when it comes to killing him, it seems like the proper option, which is true. It's what it felt like. And then on the next playthrough, I'm going to get to make Trevor a good guy. Even though he's still going to do his, like, a lot of wacky shit as part of the story, I get to do my best to make him a decent bloke. Whereas Michael, I can now go ham with because I'm going to kill Michael next. And when it comes to Death Wish, I can do whatever I prefer. Whether certain things I think should get the good option, certain things I think should get the bad option. It'll just be up to my discretion because no one's going to die. It's going to be Death Wish. We're going to kill off all our enemies and be rich at the end. And that's what I love about it, right? And it's like, it's Rockstar Games in general. Like, they're good at that shit. They did it with Red Dead 2. Like, Red Dead 2 was just amplified on another level. It doesn't have the same resignation with me as GTA 5. GTA 5's been there my whole life. Well, I say that, you know. To be fair, I'm only 6 years older than the game. But at the same time, yeah, Red Dead hasn't been around that long. It's not modern, so, like, although there's more to do, there's not at the same time, if you know what I mean. Because you're limited to a time period, so, like, you're limited to horses, you're limited to guns, you're limited to places and things you can do. Although there's a lot of different options in the game of things to do, in terms of a range of things you can do, if you get what I'm saying. And it's a great game, and I would play Red Dead 2 on repeat. Problem is, it's very long, and I've got no problem with how long it is, because it's actually a really good game. It's well thought out, and it's just like, Red Dead Redemption 2 story is, in my opinion, which is not a very valid opinion, because I've not played a lot of games, I'll be real, but it's one of the greatest story modes of all time. And GTA 5, although I love the game 10 times more than Red Dead Redemption 2, I could not put that GTA 5 story over Red Dead Redemption 2 just because of how good the story mode is. GTA 5 story I have 10 times more fun playing, but like, if I was to make them both into TV shows and pick one for I don't know, is it an Oscar or is it a fucking Emmy or BAFTA or some shit, I'd give Red Dead 2 the award, I'll be honest. So yeah, but that's just been my life, you know. GTA 5 has been getting me through shit, and arguably a bit too much. I've been putting everything else on the back burner. I've been putting college, I've been putting YouTube, I've been putting gym and all my personal life on the side because I'm too busy listening to Eminem albums and playing GTA 5. And it's the life. It brings me back to being 14, you know. Being 14, you had no real responsibility. It was literally high school, and then you had a weekend off. I didn't have a girlfriend, and I didn't have nothing. Yeah, just like, and life was fine then, because there was no responsibility. There was nothing to worry about. You know, if only I knew in a couple of lives, life's going to hit you hard, you know. And I always miss being 14, having that freedom. So being able to do that same thing with GTA 5, putting the music on, it just brought me back, and like, every worry in the world just disappears when I'm on there. It truly is like therapy. And I'm not someone to preach about, you know, having bad mental health, or I'm not someone to talk about, oh, this is very therapeutic for me, this helps me forget my problems. But like, genuinely, that is what that does for me. Like, it's insane. And I thank Rockstar Games, and I'm actually so prideful that they are from the UK. Well, Scotland, but that's UK. What am I saying? Of course that's UK, it's Scotland. Yeah, thank you Rockstar Games for that game. It's the greatest of all time. I'm dead excited for GTA 6, yes, but will it be able to top GTA 5? Maybe, but in my brain it never will. It never will. But that's my opinion. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.